What up, y'all? It's PBJ back at it again with another video. So, I'm excited to share that I am losing some weight. I've kind of mentioned it a couple times in my past few videos, but finally losing some weight. Abs are coming back in slowly but surely. And basically, I'm really excited to see what I'm going to look like when I'm under 200 pounds. So, this entire, or the entirety of 2022, because now it's 2023, I was just kind of eating a lot of food in 2022, and that caused me to not be lean like I usually am, because usually I'm a pretty lean person. Like, I think it's cool that I, have the amount of muscle that I do nowadays, but like usually I'm pretty lean, so, I didn't like how I basically got bulky, and I was just kind of eating for pleasure way too much, and I decided it's finally time to stop that after doing it for so long. And really excited to see what I look like under 200 pounds, because that's the weight I would compete at in arm wrestling anyway. It's like 198 pounds at the cap. But beyond that, I just like feeling better. When I'm a bit bulkier, I don't feel as good. Like, I just don't feel like I don't know, it's hard to explain because they're like small differences, but they add up to something big. See what I'm saying? And in general, I also just feel better about myself when I'm a bit leaner, because I don't like having that tummy hanging out and all that stuff. And I know I can do better. So basically losing some weight. But beyond that, I have some wisdom for you today. So there's a little update on me. Here's some wisdom for you today. Maybe it'll help you, maybe it won't. So it's New Year's. You have goals in mind that you want to be able to accomplish. And I kind of touched on this in the New Year, New Me video, but I really want to kind of go a bit deeper in this. People are always looking for an excuse to do good, looking for an excuse to change, looking for an excuse to, either do something or not do something. You don't ever need an excuse. And it's this great thing that I heard a while back. And you don't have to be the person you were 5 minutes ago. You don't have to be the person you were 5 minutes ago. Now let me really tell you what that means, because you might hear that and it might not make any sense. But let me really break it down for you, okay? People are always going to think something of you, right? So let's say you have friends. You've known these friends for years. They have an idea of you in their head, right? Just because they have an idea of you in their head, it doesn't mean that their ideas are even objective. They have their own personal biases that they put into the thoughts in their head. It's like a filter for everybody. When everybody sees new information, everybody interprets it different ways because of their personal biases and because of the way that they think compared to somebody else thinks, and different things like that. But let me tell you this. What is someone's true character? Is it what everyone else thinks of them? Is it what they think of themselves? Or is it impossible to describe the ever-changing and flowing state that is consciousness? The thing about it is, right, is people are always going to think something about you, whether you change or not. So if you just stay the same, they're still going to think things about you. If you change, they're still going to think things about you. The thing about it is, you're never going to be able to give them the full picture of who you truly are, because they're always going to have some kind of bias about you. They're always going to have some kind of thought about you that in their mind, it's irrefutable. In their mind, it is fact. In their mind, they believe it, and therefore it's true. But you cannot let that stop you from changing. If you feel that you want to change things about yourself, maybe it's the way you eat, maybe it's the things that you do, the things that you participate in, the things that you like, don't like, the way that you carry yourself, you can change it within a day. People don't do this a lot because they feel they're going to be made fun of because these other people have put them in a box. And this box is the containment of who they want you to be. People don't like change. They don't like to see people grow and, shine. But why is that? Why don't they want to see people grow and shine? Because you'd think, right, with the way how everything is, you'd want to see people grow and shine. You'd want to be proud of them and be able to congratulate them and be able to, maybe have them inspire you. But that's not how a weak-minded person thinks. A weak-minded person sees that as a challenge to their pride. Let me repeat that for you. A weak-minded person sees you changing and growing and shining as a hit to their pride, a challenge to their pride. See, let me tell you something. It's not about what they think of you. It isn't. Because they are always going to think something about you, whether you like it or not. It's like when the more you try to make people like you, the less they actually like you. It's a paradox because the more you try, the more they can tell that you're trying to be their friend, and then you feel pushy, and then all these different things happen, okay? It's really unfortunate how people do put people into boxes like that, and they say you need to be like this, right? And the reason, so I should probably come back to this, the reason that they take it as a hit to their pride is because they feel like they've been left behind. They feel like they've been left behind by your shining, bright aura. The way you carry yourself, your new behavior, maybe new friend group, maybe new body, you've been going to the gym, new smarts, new intelligence, new confidence. All these things are really important when it comes to you wanting to better yourself. And you need to be able to flip that switch and say, you know what? I don't like this about myself. I'm going to change it. But to do that, you need to have self-awareness. To do that, you need to be able to look inwards and say, you know what? I don't like this about myself. I feel I could definitely be doing better in this area. And because I know I can do better, I'm going to do better. And this is how I'm going to do better. And based on these things, I'm going to do better. And it's that simple. But it's not that simple when you make it complicated. When you say, but this person will think about me this way if I do this, and this might cause this person to start some drama about me if they... That says more about them than it'll ever say about you. That says more about them than it'll ever say about you. I needed to repeat that because it's so important to understand that the people and their the conceptions of you have nothing to do with you. Imagine it as bubbles, okay? So yourself, your being, is one bubble, okay? Everything else is outside of that bubble. You're the only one at the end of the day who even knows who you are, truly, at any given moment. You can try and tell people who you are. You can try and behave a certain way and they believe who you are. But at the end of the day, you're the only one that's going to have the full picture of who you truly are at any given moment. So don't let other people discourage you from being able to just be yourself and be able to change and be better. So many people just want to be comfortable all the time, but you're never going to grow from being comfortable. You're going to stay the exact same, and one day it's going to catch up to you when you stay the exact same. One day you're going to be sitting there and watching life pass you by. You stayed comfortable the entire time, and you can no longer accomplish your goals at that point. And if you are that person that's been doing that, you need to get up now. The time has never been better. People think they need a perfect chance or a perfect time to do something, but you don't. All you need is a will to be able to do what you know is the right thing to do, which is to better yourself, which is to help other people, which is to make the world a better place, to be kind, to be caring, to be confident, to be goal-driven, to be determined. These things all come from being able to change. So, with all that being said, we're about 3 or 4 days into the new year. I don't really remember, to be honest with you. I just woke up a little bit ago. I think we're maybe 4 or 5 days into the new year now. Maybe 4. And I don't fully remember. I think we're 4 days in, maybe. Point is that it's going to be a long road, changing yourself and bettering yourself. But I know you can do it as long as you try and you never give up. And don't take losses as defeat. Defeat is when you give up, and that is only ever when you give up. You can lose 1,000,000 times and still not be defeated. And keep all that in mind. I hope this video was able to spike something in you, to light a fire in your heart, touch your heart. And I hope that anytime that you've ever wanted to be able to change and you couldn't, and you saw this video, I hope this was that makes you want to change. So with all that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and those 2 words I say at the end of every single video: stay jacked. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.